Hey, how's it going? It's DeAndre Jones. I'm filling in for the taps this week, but today I'm going to show you a rail Makaco, and it's really fun, really easy, and the progression steps are very simple, easy to master. And I know right away, as soon as you get the steps down, you'll be able to take it outside and do it immediately. But we're first going to start with the progression steps, which is just doing a cartwheel and doing a quarter turn cartwheel, and I'll explain more as the video progresses. But it's just going to be really important that you listen carefully, take these progression steps, and immediately go outside after this and do the movement. So let's go. All right, so the first progression step we're going to do is just doing the cartwheel. It's going to be very important to work on this because it's going to tell you which side you do the rail Makaco on. And shortly after that, we're going to work on another form of cartwheel, but we're going to do it with a quarter turn. The reason for that is we're going to be standing and we're going to pretend like there's a rail behind us. And basically, we're going to just do the quarter turn into a cartwheel, and essentially we're just like just doing a cartwheel over an imaginary rail on our back, and that's going to be very important to get your confidence and just basically put you in a position so that whenever you go to a rail, it'll still feel very, very, very similar. So, we're gonna do this a couple times. I'll show you a couple drills of this, and then we'll move on. Okay, so the first step once you're ready to move on to the rail is to find a rail that you can do it on about waist height, maybe a little bit lower. Also, you're going to be resting on your butt, like just above your buttocks, and you're basically just going to be like working the cartwheel that I showed you, but you're just going to be turning to the side, but you don't have nothing to worry about because this is going to support you. So essentially, you're just going to be doing that half-turn cartwheel over it, and it's really just a commitment thing. It's not necessarily like much skill or practice in that until you move on to the actual Makaco. And the way you're going to want to do that is, at first you're going to be throwing your arm to the side and your second arm over your head, and both of your hands are going to be touching the ground, and then you're going to follow. Eventually this arm, you're going to want it higher and higher and higher until your arm is next to your head. And that's basically what's going to initiate the Makaco. Okay, so like I said, you're just going to be starting with the basic progression. You're going to be doing that quarter turn cartwheel, throwing your arm to the side, as much to the side as you feel comfortable with, and you're just going to go for that cartwheel. After that, you're going to slowly move this supporting arm up higher. So I'm going to move it about 45 degrees, and I'm going to go over just like that. After that, you're going to want your arm right next to your head. And that's basically what you're going to want to do whenever you go for the Makaco. But your second arm is going to be there to support you. So it's going to look like this. Boom. And then from there, as you start to feel more and more comfortable, you can actually just go for the Makaco, and that will look like this. Something you can do when you start to get more comfortable with doing the Makaco is to snap your legs down at the same time, almost like you're doing like a double leg or like a round off, and that just cleans it up a little bit. It also just makes it a little bit more fluid and makes the movement faster, so you can transition it into something else. All right, so once you get ready for the snap down, what you're going to want to do is work on your handstands and just work on forcing both of your legs down at the same time. And it's going to take a little bit of practice, and once you get comfortable with that, you'll start to notice when you go into the Makaco, there's an opportunity where you're in basically essentially a one-arm handstand, and you can snap your legs down with the momentum in order to make it more of a cleaner movement. So I'll show you an example of what the progression step would look like. You basically go into a handstand, kick up, and snap. And you want to just bring your legs down to the ground. Basically, essentially tapping. In gymnastics, they call it tapping. You're just basically tapping your legs, and you're swinging them down towards the ground. All right, so one common problem that I found, or mistake people make, is just committing to the actual movement. And as long as you trust that your arm is, in a locked position and it's there to brace your fall, you're gonna be okay. That's why your hands are there. They're there to take the fall for you, and then you can slowly lower yourself to the ground. So if I had to pick one common, mistake people make or problem, it would be that. So one thing you can do to fix it is just to go back to that cartwheel and then work your steps back all over again, and then just slowly build your way up. So essentially, you're just going to be going back from ground one. Just make sure your arm is locked and that it's you're spotting the ground, and you're allowing your hand to just do what it's naturally going to do. It's just going to touch the ground and allow you to brace yourself and break your fall. So. All right, so with that, that's going to conclude the rail Makaco. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Tap Brothers as well as myself. If you're more curious about the tutorials I've created, I have a couple of tutorials for you guys that I know you guys would be interested in. I'll put the link somewhere in the video. But with that, I want you guys to go out today and just train the rail Makaco, work those progression steps, and just let me know how this video works out for you. train hard, be safe, and I'll catch you next time.
All right, so I want to give a big shout out to DeAndre for hopping on our channel, providing this awesome tutorial. So make sure to check out his channel. If you haven't checked it out already, he has awesome parkour and freerun tutorials. You're gonna really like it, so make sure to subscribe to his channel. Also, he has something really special. It just came out. He just created a front flip product. It's a 15-week program that takes you step by step from level 0 all the way to front flip mastery. So you're gonna be learning how to do your front flip, but also front flip off of things like this. And if you're just getting started, you're gonna be mastering moves like the dive roll and the front handspring. So this is an incredible program. Make sure to check that out. And just for you guys, subscribe to our channel and to our newsletter. He's given us an awesome deal on it. So make sure to click the link down in the description, check his program out, and train safe. We'll see you in the next video.
Peace.